Hey guys, AuspiciousAussie here. Welcome to episode 3 of my new TEW 2016 series with Total Championship Wrestling. Now, we've got a pretty big show tonight. Unfortunately, we're still one day away from all those new guys signing. And at the end of the episode, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of bad news as well. Because unfortunately, one of the new signings that we were bringing in has been poached by US Pro. So, disappointing. Puts a bit of a spanner in the works in terms of what I wanted to do going forward. But ultimately, I don't really think it's that big of an issue. But yeah, we'll go over it at the end of the show. Or after the show has taken course. Anyway, we've got a couple of pre-show matches just to get some people on the card. The first of which we probably should have put on the main show. A 76B- for the New Wave defeating the Canadian Animals in 950 when Guy defeated Freddie Huggins by pinfall with a wave of mutilation. And that was a pretty good match from both teams, actually. Freddie Huggins with a 75 in-ring performance. And then we also had Guy improving in performance skills. And then the other match is a 73B- as well. Just a bit of a six-man tag throwaway match. Obviously wanted to get Aaron Andrews onto the show. As well as Troy Tornado and American Buffalo. But yeah, they managed to beat Brett Biggins, Benny Benson, and Danny Fonzarelli in 9:42 when Aaron Andrews does defeat Bart Biggins with a flying body press. As expected, Aaron Andrews was head and shoulders above everybody else. Although, Benny Benson and Danny Fonzarelli, pretty decent ratings there. Yeah, not too bad. And there are no worker improvements. Alright, so we kick the show off with a 73B-. The Behemoths are just backstage, looking menacing. Killer Shark's, doing some bicep curls. He is a ripped super heavyweight, so yeah, he's doing that. Titan's, I don't know what Titan's doing. Fixing his one strap over his shoulder there. And getting ready for their match, which is up next. Pretty good B- from these guys. Obviously, their menace promos, once they start to get over a bit more, are going to probably get into the 90s, I would say. I think their menace ability is just too good to not be at that level. Anyway, the match itself against Elliot Thomas and Flying Jimmy Fox gets a 58C-, so a lot better than the previous match. But yeah, the Behemoths defeated Elliot Thomas and Flying Jimmy Fox in 5:42 when Killer Shark defeated Elliot Thomas with the big bite. And apparently Killer Shark's looking very stale, so we might need to give him a new gimmick as well. But yeah, worker improvements, none. Okay. It's worth noting that both the other two performers had better ratings than the Behemoths. Anyway, moving on. We have an International title open challenge from Mark Speed. Basically, he's just giving a cocky champion promo, saying that there's, no one in the back that is even man enough to step up and face me. It's not going to be for the title tonight. However, if they manage to beat him, they will get their opportunity. And that only gets a 61C. But yeah, Mark Speed's not the best with promos. The match itself gets a 67C+. In a decent match, it was for the title, my bad. Mark Speed defeated Giant Tanner in 10 minutes 8 seconds by submission with a cross arm breaker. Mark Speed makes defense number 1 of his TCW International title. And there's no worker improvements there either. We then move into a 67C+ promo from Define Fortune. They're cutting a promo on the Canadian Animals. Basically, they're hyping the match up for Malice in Wonderland, basically saying that they're going to be the new number 1 contenders and they're going to make sure that they solidify themselves in that position. We then go to Divine Fortune's match, which gets a 66C+. In about they had decent wrestling but didn't have much heat. Divine Fortune defeated the Elite in just under 10 minutes when Daryl Divine defeated Nate Johnson by pinfall with a Divine Dream drop. And yeah, the Elite actually have great chemistry when teaming together. So that's good. That's a positive, at least, for the two jobbers. I say they're jobbers, but they're actually pretty good wrestlers in their own right. But yeah, no worker improvements there either. Moving on to a pretty low rating. I thought this segment was going to be a lot higher. It's only a 73 B-. And it's Wolf Hawkins hyping his upcoming match against Joshua Taylor. And obviously we're going to get that booked in as well for Malice in Wonderland. But yeah, that's really low. I expected a lot more out of that, to be honest. So, of course, it's going to be Wolf Hawkins. And he'll be taking on Joshua Taylor. Another singles match booked in there. But yeah, not good. Not good at all. I thought it was going to be at least a B. His match is a 78B. In a decent match, Wolf Hawkins defeated Matt Hocking in 7 minutes, 10 seconds by pinfall with a full moon rising. Really good match considering Matt Hocking's an opener. So, I mean, an 86 in-ring performance for Wolf. It's probably going to do that. Now, the next angle, is a 70 C+. Basically, Sammy Back and Mighty Mo, they're in a tag team match up next. And just the usual sort of tag team promo between two non-tag team partners, just sort of going over their game plan and sort of getting themselves on the same page in regards to their match. Could have been better. The match itself gets a 78B, which is another pretty good match, in my opinion. In a decent match, Sammy Back and Mighty Mo defeated Jay Cord and Brent Hill in 1943, when Sammy Back defeated Brent Hill by submission with a buck for your back. A buck for your back? A buck? Yeah. Jeez, that's it's a bit of a mouthful. Anyway, 78B, good stuff. That's what I'm talking about. Rocky Golden cuts a promo against the cocky young champion that essentially stole his title in that Fatal 4-Way match. Aaron Andrews, 99 A-star promo. And that is pretty incredible. Super happy. I'm expecting this main event to really do well. Okay, I mean, I thought I would do it a bit better, but as you can see, they don't seem to click. But a 78B, I think it's good enough. In about they had great heat, good wrestling. Rocky Golden defeated Eddie Peak in 20 minutes, 12 seconds by submission with the rack. Eddie Peak improves in performance skills, but yeah, that negative chemistry is not gonna help the match rating at all. So that's a little bit disappointing. And an overall rating of 73B-. So much lower than last week, but good to see us get a 99 A-star promo. I'm pretty happy with that, but I think the main event needed to be a lot better, in my opinion. Obviously, we get penalized once again for our production values being worse than US Pro and, of course, the SWF. Increases popularity in 7 regions and loses us popularity in 11. So in regards to that, we've gained popularity throughout Canada and lost popularity throughout the US. And that sort of rating is going to be the catalyst for us dropping down to cult, which is pretty inevitable, it seems, at the moment. So yeah. We got one thing to go over, but I also wanted to... I want some feedback, guys. I want some feedback in the comments section. Let me know what you want to see. TV rating for this week, 6.60. It's pretty good, I guess. It is what it is. And then obviously we have all these guys leaving their current companies. Now, the guy that didn't come to us is... Let me type his name in here. Nelson Callum. He was poached by US Pro. And straight out of the gate, they offered him 7,600 or something like that, 7,500. And our offer was like 4,000. So, yeah, can't really compete with those type of finances. As you can see, we're in a bit of a bad situation. We're down about 340,000 at the moment. And essentially, that's only getting worse with the more shows that we put on. I don't really understand how we're losing that much money. The MISC is 380,000, and I'm assuming that that's like the admin, which is $1 million per month. I don't really get that. Why would admin be $1 million? I don't know. Anyway, we've got all these guys to come in. I'm going to sort them all out. I think we're also going to change Killer Shark's gimmick as well. In terms of the popularity and stuff, we dropped down to 77B, and we're still at 58 in Canada. Now, it's worth noting that the wrestling industry, I'll show you that before we end the episode, if I can find it. I've completely forgotten where it usually is. So give me a second. I think we go to World. Yeah. As you can see, the current economy is only a 22E- and rising. I guess it's a bit of a positive that it's rising. However, the wrestling industry is also a 22E, and that's still falling. So, essentially, we're not going to be earning a lot of money for a long time, for at least, I would say, 6 months probably. And the wrestling industry is still declining, so there's even longer before we really start to see, wrestlers gaining popularity, and of course the company gaining popularity at a much faster rate. Probably should have checked that before I started the series, and maybe tried to get a bit of a better sort of start off point. But it's going to be a bit of a challenge. Obviously, like I said, we're going to drop down a cult. I already know that's going to happen. The national battles, I mean, it says we're in second place, but realistically, we're probably not. We're nowhere near it in terms of competing with the financial productions and stuff like that. So I'm assuming we will go down. So be prepared for that, guys. I think it actually is a bit more beneficial because we won't be fighting the national battles as often. So yeah, allows us to create the next generation of superstars. Hopefully some of these guys here that are coming in will do just that. Anyways, if you could give the video a like and subscribe to the channel, it would be much appreciated. Like I said, getting really close to 1K, and that's been a goal of mine for quite some time. Anyways, guys, take it easy and goodbye.